With gentle precision and a pastoral nudge, the article Worthwhile Religion from TableTalk Magazine turns our attention to the often unnoticed weight of everyday words, inviting us to listen closely to James chapter 1 verse 26 as though it were a quiet bell tolling in the conscience. Here, faith is not measured by volume, display, or religious motion, but by the steady reins we keep on the tongue, that small but spirited guide of the heart. Like a mirror held up to ordinary speech, this reflection asks whether our devotion walks where it talks, and whether wisdom has learned to speak softly enough to be true. Now for our reading. If anyone among you thinks he is religious and does not bridle his tongue but deceives his own heart, this one's religion is useless. James chapter 1 verse 26. Leading up to today's passage, James has been focusing on God's gift of wisdom, with a particular focus on wise living by not only hearing but also doing the word of truth. In other words, godly wisdom is evident in those who seek to put into practice what the Lord tells us in the Scriptures to do. The Apostle expands on this point in James chapter 1 verse 26, highlighting one of the ways that we can be doers of the word. James explains that worthwhile religion, the faith and practice esteemed by God the Father, consists in bridling the tongue. Of course, James does not mean that God-pleasing religion consists only in bridling the tongue and the other two actions he mentions, caring for widows and orphans and avoiding the stain of the world. Nevertheless, James sees these things as particularly clear measures of the state of our hearts. Controlling one's speech, John Calvin comments, receives special focus because they who have put off the grosser vices are especially subject to this disease of slander. He who is neither an adulterer, nor a thief, nor a drunkard, but, on the contrary, seems brilliant with some outward show of sanctity, will set himself off by defaming others, and this under the pretence of zeal, but really through the lust of slandering. Many people fool themselves into thinking that they are adequately serving God simply by refraining from the more scandalous sins that Calvin lists and by engaging in religious exercises such as prayer, corporate worship, and so forth. All of these are vital, but if we do not bridle our tongues, our religion is worthless in the eyes of our Creator. Horseback riders use a bridle and bit to control their animal, directing it purposefully and keeping it from causing destruction. Similarly, we are to control our tongues, speaking with purpose and not destroying others through lies or other violations of the 9th commandment. In so doing, we reveal that we are children of the Father of lights, who brought us to life by the word of truth, by his inspired speech. God speaks with perfect self-control and uses his tongue, as it were, to heal. So too we must use our tongues in imitation of him. When we use our words to harm, we do not bridle our tongues and our religion is worthless. The Greek for worthless is also used in Acts chapter 14 verse 15 and elsewhere to describe vain idols. If we do not control our tongues, we are no better than rank idolaters. Calvin also says, by saying that his religion is vain, James not only intimates that other virtues are marred by the stain of evil speaking, but that the conclusion is that the zeal for religion which appears is not sincere. The Lord will not be pleased with our religious service if we do not have our tongues under control. Let us consider today where our speech has been out of control and seek to bring it under godly direction. This concludes our reading. Thank you for listening.